In poor countries where labor and materials are very cheap, they make drugs, then dump them into rich countries with strong buying power. In the drug business, cross-border trade is often the best way to make the most money, so transport becomes the hard part. As the anti-drug war grows more strict, drug dealers keep changing how they hide drugs, and it only grows more and more. The craziest and most dangerous way is hiding drugs inside the body. Full carriers take planes to finish the smuggling. They swallow drug capsules wrapped in many layers, or push them into the rectum or vagina. Inside their bodies, the capsules look like parasite eggs stuck in flesh, waiting to enter some addict's body in another country, hatch into bright but deadly butterflies. But sometimes a few drug eggs hatch early because of stomach acid. Today, we talk about a hidden gem movie about hiding drugs in the body. Its name is Maria Full of Grace. Get your late-night food and drinks ready. Then we head to Colombia. In the dark before sunrise, in a remote village, many young girls wait for the only bus to the city for work. 17-year-old Maria is one of them. She goes with many girls her age to work at a flower farm, change clothes, clock in, water flowers, cut rose thorns. Soft fingers getting cut is normal. Lunch is just bread and bananas to barely get full. At this age of young love, hard life does not stop desire. Maria and her boyfriend Juan get close and excited, looking for a place to go further. She suddenly gets an idea. She insists on going to the rooftop of an unfinished building and climbs up first without fear while shy Juan gives up the chance. This girl is bold and stubborn. 4 people live in Maria's small home: her grandma, her mom, her jobless single mom's sister, and her little nephew. The family needs her small pay to survive, but her body starts to have problems. Heavy work becomes too hard for her. Going to the toilet often also makes the boss unhappy. Even when she throws up on the work table, she still gets no pity at all and is ordered to finish her tasks on time as usual. Most of the money she earns is taken away. What little is left goes to buy medicine for her sister's child. When Maria complains, her mother scolds her instead. She decides to be honest and says she quit her job today because she hates the boss's attitude. This quickly brings strong opposition from her sister and mother, especially her sister who has no job. She yells at Maria for being stupid and not thinking about the family. Her mother demands she go back and apologize to the boss, because working at a flower plantation is already seen as a decent job in this area. No one cares how Maria feels. She firmly refuses to go back. A night neighborhood gathering eases her bad mood a lot. Maria helps her best friend Blanca invite the boy she likes to dance, but Maria's own boyfriend Juan prefers drinking with his buddies, leaving her alone, so no one can blame the girl for accepting another invitation. Her dance partner is Franklin, the cousin of the boy Blanca likes. The real test soon follows. Maria misses her period for 2 months and suspects she is pregnant. After hearing this, Juan offers to marry her, but reality hits again. Where would they live? Juan's family of 10 lives together. He even shares a bed with his brother. The girl naturally refuses. Maria's home is a bit more spacious, but Juan hates the idea of moving in with her family, especially since her family does not like him. In truth, the two are not deeply in love. Maria clearly realizes marrying this childish and unfaithful boy would only repeat her sister's life. She decisively chooses to break up. Later, while waiting for a ride to the capital Bogota, Franklin, the boy who danced with Maria, notices her and offers to give her a ride. A trip not too long or too short is enough to spark feelings. They chat openly without guard. Maria shares that her friend in Bogota works for a rich family. This trip is to ask for help and find a way to live. Such a pretty girl working as a maid. Franklin feels that is a real waste. After thinking for a moment, he decides to introduce Maria to a job as a mule. You really are a beast. A mule, as the name suggests, just needs to carry something and deliver it to a certain person. You can earn a large payment. Maria does not know the item is illegal, but she has seen news about mules going to prison. Franklin explains those people got caught on purpose to get famous. After it is over, they are sent back home. He says he knows someone with connections who can recommend her. Maria still has doubts, but she desperately needs a job. The two enter a bar. Franklin goes alone to greet the boss. 1 minute later, he comes back with good news. A well-dressed mature woman has just left, seeming to be a future co-worker. The interview begins. The boss Javier briefly asks about Maria's background, but the answers to a few questions are very important. First, what is the relationship between Maria and Franklin? Franklin lies and says the girl is connected through his cousin. This confirms Maria is one of their own. Trustworthy and also under control. Second, her previous workplace and why she left. Maria answers honestly, because she did not get along with the boss. This makes Javier worry she might not obey, but she promises to follow orders. Third, is Maria easily frightened? She answers immediately that she is not. From earlier, we can tell she is outgoing and quite bold. Without strong nerves for this job, you will surely get caught. The fourth question is her age. Maria lies and says she is 18, which is the legal adult age in Colombia. The fifth question is whether she has a boyfriend. She hesitates for a moment then answers no. This question is about keeping the job secret, because close relationships will inevitably talk, and that brings the biggest risk. The sixth question is the most critical. How is Maria's stomach? Does she have gastritis, diarrhea or similar problems? How much can she eat? At this moment, she does not understand the meaning behind these questions. The dealers propose that Maria smuggle several rolls of film to New Jersey in the US. After passing customs, someone will meet her. She will be taken to a safe place to wait for the film to be developed, then stay 5 to 10 days before going home. Maria asks about what she cares about most, the pay. Each roll of film pays $100, at the exchange rate back then, that is over 400,000 pesos, after deducting passport, credit card and document fees. With money taken layer by layer, Maria can still keep 7 to 8 million pesos. The so-called film is actually drug capsules. Maria worries about getting caught. Javier says honestly that depends on her own ability. If she gets off the plane shaking with fear, getting caught is only natural, as long as she stays calm. The foreigners will not notice. In the end, he warns Maria, once you do this, there is no turning back, and she must not tell anyone else. Hearing that Maria's family is struggling, Javier takes money from his own pocket and gives her some, pure charity with no strings. On the way home, Maria rides the same bus as the girl she saw earlier. She greets her first, the other girl replies coldly. Maria quickly asks this senior named Lucy, "Is it hard to work for Javier?" Lucy answers in a vague way, "Not easy but not hard, you just need to be prepared and master the technique." As soon as she gets home, Maria is questioned by her sister, "Where did you go? What did you do?" Assuming Maria failed to find a job again, pressuring her to beg the plantation boss for mercy, Maria refuses and the moral pressure attack comes right away, saying this is unfair to mom. "You know how hard her life is, you make things worse." "Are you kidding?" "I am not kidding, Maria. Pacho had a fever up to 42 degrees today. He is your son. I know he is my son. So what? That is your responsibility. What do you want? We are equal. You must find a job." "I already found a job." "Really? Then say it. Stop talking nonsense. At least I am helping the family." Maria goes to a beautiful big house to visit Lucy and learn work skills. Lucy brings out a plate of grapes, plucks one and gives it to Maria to put in her mouth. Swallow the whole grape slowly until it reaches the deepest part of the throat. Open your throat, then swallow it down. Use these grapes to practice. Can you swallow it? Practicing swallowing is to fight the body's natural reaction, so the drug capsules can go into the stomach smoothly. Let us not test too hard, it could cause choking. Lucy also explains other precautions. For 24 hours before departure, she must not eat to make space for the capsules, because dealers will lie about the number a mule must carry. With Maria's body size, Lucy guesses she will swallow 60 to 70 capsules. Do not think that is a lot. She should be glad she is slim. Bigger mules have to swallow over 100. Make sure the capsules are tightly wrapped. If one breaks in the stomach, it is a dead end. Also dress yourself well. Do not look like a country girl in the city, being too noticeable. Maria asks how many times Lucy has done this. Even though the girl seems very experienced, she has only carried goods twice and she is still alive. The first time was mainly to visit her sister in New York. The sisters had not seen each other for many years, but once she really arrived in the US, Lucy did not know how to explain the way she came. She clearly had no money to pay for the plane ticket and food. If her sister knew she was smuggling drugs, she would definitely kill her. The second time, Lucy even reached her sister's door, yet still did not dare to knock. Maria does not know how to comfort her, so she asks what America is like. Lucy describes everything there as wonderful. Calling it perfect is not an exaggeration. Back home, Maria practices swallowing with grapes. The grapes are a bit too big, almost turning into a choking disaster. Her best friend Blanca asks many times about Maria's new job. Keeping it secret is useless because she also talked with Franklin and has decided to be a mule too. Maria immediately objects. It is not about competing for chances, she just does not want her friend to jump into the fire, but one trip can earn $5,000. Which is tens of millions in pesos. Blanca wants to use the money to buy a new house for her family. She does not need Maria's permission. That night, Maria packs her bags and tells her family she is going to another city in Colombia to do office work. Her mother is full of worry and cannot bear to let go. Her sister stays silent the whole time. The next day, a dressed-up Maria is ready to start. While waiting for the bus, she locks eyes with her ex-boyfriend Juan nearby. Franklin soon arrives and takes Maria away. They head to a pharmacy. Maria asks where Blanca is. Franklin says she is at another place. A hidden door in the pharmacy opens and it is time to work. Maria is led into an office. A man is making drug capsules, usually using condoms or latex gloves as wrapping. The methods and tools here are shown very realistically. Before swallowing the capsules, she must take medicine to stop digestion, to slow down stomach movement, preventing the capsules from being pushed out too early, and spray anesthetic in the mouth to reduce sensitivity. Javier arrives. He personally picks up a capsule, dips it in oil to lubricate the throat and hands it to Maria. Do not push your fingers in too deep. If she cannot handle it, they can stop here. It is okay, I can do it. Relax. Let it slide down on its own. Very good. After struggling for a long while, Maria, who has only swallowed 23 capsules, starts to panic. Nearly 40 capsules are still left on the table. Javier tells her to lie down on the bed and massages her stomach with his hands, arranging the drug capsules inside, making more space. Once the hardest first capsule is swallowed, the rest is just a matter of numbers. Maria even starts swallowing the capsules more actively, but illegal high profit always comes with high risk. The danger of hiding drugs in the body lies in the strong corrosive stomach acid, which can eat through the latex and cause capsules to burst. Once a lethal amount of drugs is absorbed by the stomach, it is quickly carried through the blood, straight to the brain. Even if treatment starts, the moment it bursts, it is rarely fast enough. Compared to the stomach, the rectum and vagina have weaker pH and are safer, but their capacity is nothing like the stomach. Even if the capsules do not break, intestinal blockage can still happen. In serious cases, it is deadly too. Maria cleans her mouth. Javier gives her $800 for travel, along with the plane ticket, passport and visa, plus US street drop points and hotel addresses. The calm and friendly Javier throughout also gives Maria a serious warning before she leaves. If she runs away or disappears in the US on her own, people will be sent to visit her grandma, mother, sister and nephew. Everything about her has already been checked. Even the weight of the 62 capsules in her stomach is recorded. The message is clear. She should not think about stealing. Maria sets off. She passes Colombia's simple security check smoothly. At the airport, she runs into Blanca on the same flight. The girls leaving Colombia are full of unease. On the plane, Maria also notices Lucy has returned to the same work. Lucy's attitude is that since she has done it before, she might as well keep going. Once your eyes are burned, you stop fearing blindness. Sending multiple mules on the same flight is a dealer strategy. If one of them gets caught, customs officers will relax, making it easier for the others to pass. When Blanca starts talking with Maria, she reveals there is another woman on the plane who is also a mule. Then they talk about physical discomfort. A stomach full of solid heroin feels like period cramps, makes you really want to use the toilet. The flight from Colombia to New York takes over 10 hours. Late at night, Maria's discomfort becomes much worse. She really cannot hold it anymore and runs into the restroom. 2 capsules come out and she catches them with tissue. The only choice is to swallow them again. She rinses the capsule wrapping clean, uses the toothpaste she carries to lubricate them and swallows them back down. During this time, Lucy also wants to go to the restroom. When Maria comes out, she sees sweat on Lucy's forehead. Lucy looks extremely scared, almost crying as she says she feels unwell. Even though Maria is also afraid of the bombs in her stomach, she still comforts Lucy and tells her not to worry, saying doctors will help them when they arrive. Another problem soon appears. While filling out the entry card, Maria realizes the US hotel address is missing. She leaves her seat and signals Lucy to come over, tells her about the trouble. Lucy also does not know the hotel address, but she says she always writes her sister's address and it has never caused problems, so she gives the address to Maria. Look closely and Lucy's condition is clearly abnormal. Her body looks weak and she is sweating heavily. Her makeup melts faster than she can fix it. The plane lands. The mules follow the crowd forward. Blanca and Lucy collect their checked luggage one after another. Maria, who is the last, is stopped by US Customs. Her passport, entry card and ticket are checked. Then she is taken to a search room and subjected to a full-body search by a female officer. The police ask many questions meant to expose weak points. Is this your first time coming to the US? Who are you staying with? Maria stays surprisingly calm. She does not panic and even uses Lucy's story on herself, saying she came to visit her sister in New York. If we call her, will she admit you came to see her? Mainly because I have not seen her for 4 years. Today I wanted to surprise her without telling her in advance. Then you plan to appear in front of her like this. How do you know she will be home? If you arrive and find she is not there, where will you stay? I do not know. Find a hotel. Did you buy this plane ticket yourself? Yes. How much did it cost? Around $500. The male officer quickly follows with a key question. What kind of work does Maria do in Colombia? After learning she trims thorns off roses, the two officers can now be sure with her income level. She could not afford the ticket and still carry $800. She is not here for vacation but to smuggle drugs inside her body into the US. Denial does not matter. The female officer immediately suggests an X-ray exam. Maria feels scared and hesitant, but in the end, she signs the papers. Then she is asked to provide a urine sample. While waiting for the results, she sees an older mule from the same flight just finished testing. The X-ray clearly shows the drug capsules in her stomach. That means prison food in America. Cocaine has a density similar to feces, so the shadows look alike, while heroin looks more transparent. Later, liquid-filled drug capsules even appear, because standard X-ray machines cannot detect liquid drug mixtures. Only very high-sensitivity X-ray equipment can see them. Maria is so scared her eyes spin, but when the two officers return, they look embarrassed, because the test shows Maria is pregnant. They will not X-ray a pregnant woman. The female officer says the exam will be postponed, but it is only an angry threat. Once the baby is born, where will you run to? A male officer says they know Maria cannot have that much money and keep asking who bought the plane ticket. Maria is very quick on her feet, she lies and says it was her boyfriend and the baby's father, Franklin. Then does he know you are smuggling drugs? I am not smuggling drugs, I did not bring anything, I just want to visit my sister, that is all, I swear. Maria barely escapes by using the child in her belly. Viewers who do not often see anti-drug stories may ask what if drug dealers use pregnant women to smuggle drugs. In fact, some do make fake pregnant bellies, pretending to be pregnant to carry drugs, but as you can imagine, such a belly looks very fake. Maria walks out of the airport and is immediately pulled away by the waiting dealers. The other two girls are already in the car, when they learn the last one was caught. The dealers explode in anger, the three girls are taken to a hotel. Maria asks the dealers to take Lucy to a doctor, but the dealers clearly do not care. They give the girls a box of laxatives to help pass the drugs. To stop the capsules from being flushed away, they must relieve themselves in the bathtub and clean each capsule with toothpaste as ordered to remove the smell. By the time all capsules are collected, it is the next morning. After emptying the burden and death, Maria and Blanca look refreshed. Only Lucy is still barely conscious, sweating non-stop, making it impossible not to worry. Maria helps Lucy take a bath in the bathroom, trying to wake her up, but Lucy stays like an empty puppet, her eyes completely blank. When it is time to get some sleep, light sleeping Maria is woken by voices. She sees the dealers carrying Lucy out of the room. She gets up at once and carefully follows. The bathtub and walls are covered in alcohol and smeared blood, shocking her to the core. Maria makes a quick decision. She takes all the drugs. Lucy is likely already dead. She urges Blanca to run away with her before the dealers return. The two girls drag their suitcases through an unfamiliar place. Maria finds a gas station worker and asks to make a phone call, but the man does not understand Spanish. When he sees the address is in Queens, he tries to explain she needs to take a bus. A customer at the gas station hears this and kindly offers the girls a ride, letting her set the price. Maria stays very cautious, but she knows there is no better option. On the way, she greedily looks at the perfect country Lucy talked about. Compared to her poor hometown, this place really looks unreal. The driver keeps his promise and drops them off at the address of Lucy's sister, but after ringing for a long time, there is no answer. Blanca, who never agreed with running away, starts to lose courage again. She says Lucy's sister does not know Maria and they cannot explain why they came. It would be easier to give the drugs to the dealers and earn their own money. Maria asks only one question: did Blanca see what happened to Lucy? The kind driver drives away, cutting off the chance to go back. Just then, a resident leaves the apartment building. Maria slips inside, but Blanca refuses to follow no matter what. The two close friends go their separate ways. Alone and helpless, Maria sits in the hallway and finally breaks down crying. Her choice leaves her with no way back. She can no longer return home and it may even put her family in danger. She sleeps until night. Maria knocks on Lucy's sister's door. A man opens and she says she is Lucy's friend. Then Sister Carla and her husband warmly invite her inside. As expected, Carla asks about Lucy. Maria can only lie, saying she and Lucy are neighbors from the same town. Lucy is doing fine, and even found a job as a secretary, saying that if she ever has trouble, she can ask her good sister for help. She pretends she came with a friend and was abandoned. Now she has nowhere to stay. Simply put, she wants a place to sleep, but Lucy did not ask Maria to bring any souvenirs. This makes Carla a bit suspicious, plus Maria came to America with no contacts and no job, so her story sounds even less believable. Even so, they will not let her sleep on the street, but they warn her the home is very small. The sofa is taken by the brother-in-law's cousin, and Carla herself is pregnant, so it is clearly inconvenient. Maria says she only needs a place to lie down and will leave after a few days. The brother-in-law blows up an air mattress for her. Carla brings blankets and takes her in. The next day, Maria goes out with Carla. Carla makes a long-distance call to Lucy's home, trying to check if Maria is lying. Sadly, no one answers. Maria takes the chance to ask to call her own family. With Carla's help, she reaches her grandmother and confirms everyone at home is safe. She promises to return in a few days. Back at Carla's place, Blanca is squatting at the door waiting. She slept at a stranger's home last night and still has nowhere to go today. When Carla hears this girl also knows Lucy and also wants to stay at her place, lies pile on top of lies. The kind sister does not drive the girls away. Instead, she takes them to a social worker for help with housing and jobs. The kind old social worker quickly finds work for the two girls, like sewing jobs that need no papers, paid at minimum wage. But Blanca plays with her bag and says she does not need a job. A bag full of drug capsules is discovered by the social worker. Even as Maria tries to stop her, Blanca insists on returning the drugs to finish the deal. The social worker tells the arguing girls to be quiet and asks Carla if she knows about this, whether their bodies are okay after carrying drugs. Maria admits another female friend had an accident. The drug capsules broke inside her body. She does not know if Lucy was killed or died from illness. She hopes the social worker can help find her. The social worker promises to call the New Jersey police to ask. He knows this will expose the drugs, so he urges the girls to return the goods before dealers hurt their families. They walk out onto the street. Blanca starts arguing with Maria again. I lost the emergency number. Do you have it? I cannot believe you told him about Lucy. He is calling the police now. What do you even know? Stop bothering me. You are the one who showed the drugs. It all came from your mouth. Do you really want to be a sewing worker? I do want to. You are so stupid. Then why are you still following me? Wherever I go, you follow. I thought you knew what you were doing. I do not need to take care of you. I am not your mother. No one wants you as a mother. I just feel sorry for the baby in your belly. Having a stupid mom, pregnant and still smuggling drugs. You are hopelessly stupid, idiot. Maria walks alone through the streets of New York. Passing by a flower shop, she sees workers cutting rose thorns. It makes her think of herself far away in the north. In her eyes, compared to home, this place feels amazing, like seeing color TV for the first time. She buys a street pancake to fill her stomach and notices a women's clinic with a Spanish sign across the street. Thinking about the child inside her, she decides to get checked. Without an appointment, Maria is helped by the front desk and doctor. She sees her baby on the ultrasound for the first time and hears the strong heartbeat. Light in the gutter becomes new hope in a desperate life. After paying the fee, the front desk books her a checkup for next week. But by then, she will likely be gone. Maria goes back to the social worker and learns what happened to Lucy. Her body has been found, cut open brutally, likely done by dealers to remove capsules left inside her. The police quickly decide she was a drug mule. They only tell the social worker this along with a photo of the body. The social worker asks Maria for the dead girl's name and address, so her family in Colombia can be informed. When Maria says her name is Lucy, the social worker realizes the dead girl is Carla's younger sister. He believes Carla has the right to know. Maria agrees in her heart, but she just cannot open her mouth while Carla is still caring about Maria's job search. Maria admits she wants to return to Colombia. Carla smiles like she is laughing at a young girl's innocence. She has been through it and firmly believes Maria will not go back. Once you see the light, you cannot stand the dark again. She remembers not long after arriving in America, she once called home. It was her grandmother's birthday party. She heard the whole family laughing with music in the background. Her sister Lucy excitedly asked how she was doing, how her job was. She shared only good news, not the bad, pouring out her longing. When she sent her first paycheck home, her emotions were beyond words. As she speaks, Carla breaks down in tears. Staying here is really for the child, because America has more chances. She cannot imagine raising a child in that kind of place in Colombia. The words are harsh, but they are true. Maria knows exactly what she means by that kind of place. Later, Maria tells Blanca about Lucy and says it costs $2,500 to send the body back to Colombia, which means to let Lucy return home, they must get the drug money. The next day, Carla gets a call from the social worker, asking how she wants to handle it. Only then does she learn about Lucy's death. At this point, any explanation from Maria only makes things worse. Maria says she was waiting for the right moment to speak and was also trying to arrange Lucy's body to go home. What can you arrange? You cannot do anything. Stay away from my sister. You are not Lucy's friend at all. That is not true. I wanted to help her. Get out of my house right now. I really wanted to help her. Carla, I swear. Get out. I am sorry. Just leave now. Speaking only about smuggling itself, Lucy knew the risks and brought it on herself. It had nothing to do with others, but Maria still wants to take responsibility for burying Lucy. In the end, they must follow Blanca's long-held plan. They contact the dealers and show themselves. The dealers are furious, but after counting the goods, they do not hurt them. However, the promised payment is gone because they ran away. The two girls argue their case. The goods are all here, so the money should be paid. They truly desperately need the money. Hearing this, the dealers become interested. Their attitude suddenly changes. They not only pay them but also ask the girls to tell Javier that they treated them very well, warn them to learn their lesson and never run again. It is clear that drug mules are many, but good ones are not easy to find. Each one is a valuable tool. Unless pushed to the edge or foolish like Maria, normal people would not risk their lives for this kind of money. When the dealers hear how badly the girls need cash, they almost assume the girls will come back. Seeing them as reusable resources, Maria gathers courage and pushes further, asking for Lucy's share, but the dealers dealing with the mess clearly want to swallow that money. I want to take her money back to her family. This has nothing to do with you. You brought us her goods. It is none of your business. But she died for this. Her body has been found. We only want to give her money to her sister. No chance. She deserves a proper burial. Everything you did to her. You must take responsibility. What the hell does that have to do with us? It was her own choice. It has nothing to do with us. Of course it does. Shut up, bitch, and get lost. So in the end, the burial cost must be paid by themselves. At the funeral, Maria hands $2,500 to the old social worker, asking him to arrange sending Lucy home. When Carla learns Maria will return to Colombia, she does not stop her from saying a final goodbye to Lucy. The girl's body is carefully stitched. With makeup on, she lies quietly in the coffin. Carla still cannot understand why Lucy never told the truth. Fear comes from love, but love is not the root of evil. The two girls head to the airport, saying goodbye to New York with longing eyes. Maria gently touches the ultrasound image in her hand, thinking about the checkup next week. She feels no joy or excitement about going home. Before boarding the plane back to Colombia, Maria calls out to Blanca, who walks ahead. Silence becomes the clearest form of goodbye. This is the real farewell. Going home may mean returning to cut thorns for flowers that never bloom. Going home may mean becoming a mule again, carrying drugs for family, life and death unknown. Home may raise her child into another tragic version of herself. Going home means no hope. This is the movie Maria, full of grace. The main character shares the name of the Virgin Mary. Hail Mary in the Bible is more than simple praise. It suggests being favored and blessed by God. In the Gospel of Luke, it highlights Mary's special place. But what blessing does this Maria truly receive? She is too lucky. Because of extreme exploitation of human rights by society and the family acting as accomplices, Maria steps onto the wrong path of drug smuggling. But this trip to America gives her a chance to see the final end of a mule, arrest or death. With Carla's guidance and help, she also sees the possibility of a future. Misfortune does not always bring blessing, but this heavy blow does not kill her. Instead it wakes her up. That can be called Hail Mary. Yet the film shows the hard life of ordinary Colombians. It does not praise America. I believe both ideas can exist at the same time. The key point is seeing not America. If Maria goes back, she will only do low-level work and never earn enough. She will still be dragged down by her family. Her child may grow up like her nephew, even unable to afford fever medicine, or more likely end up like Lucy and fall back into being a mule. So everyone can understand why Maria chooses to stay. She does not jump back into that certain fire pit. That place is too far from heaven and has long been beyond saving. That is all for today's video. If you like this movies, please like and comment. See you in the next episode.